Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom, live from our studios at number 5 Owula Hansen Lane at Tesano. I am Enusafo. Coming up. Patients and customers left stranded at Ho Teaching Hospital due to a disruption in the digital health record system. Meanwhile, Health Minister Kwabena Mintah-Kando is set to speak on the nationwide challenge on October 29.
That probably they will do for, let's say, a minute or two. It is now taking about 10 to 15 minutes where you have to be taking folders here and there, moving from department to department before you can be able to attend to it. So for me, I think if this problem can be resolved quickly so that we can go back to the normal way of doing things.
Ghana Air Traffic Safety Electronics Association to embark on an indefinite nationwide strike on October 30 over poor welfare conditions. 1 week observance for late former First Lady Nana Kunedu Agyemang-Rawlings scheduled for Thursday, October 30.
Nana Kunedu set a record in this country. It's the longest serving First Lady, 19 solid years. And with the Constitution we have, nobody can ever break that record. Anybody.
And later, pollution of Subin River near Kumasi Central Market poses health risks to communities and threatens water supply.
Kankane de sopa no bi kaye ahokyere wa ma ososo no mambedi de tineje yesole a ni abetinem to da kra.
In CNR business, Bank of Ghana commits to maintaining exchange rate stability and consolidating recent macroeconomic gains. In Channel 1 Sports, Ghana's Black Queens secure their place in the 2026 Women's AFCON after beating Egypt 4-0 in Accra. Patients and their relatives in the Ho Teaching Hospital were left stranded for several hours following a breakdown of the hospital's electronic record system. The challenge, which has affected several hospitals nationwide, has disrupted service delivery and left many frustrated. Channel 1 News' Desmond Salasiago has more in this report.
The usual flow of operations at the Ho Teaching Hospital was brought to a near halt following the breakdown of the Lightwave Health Information Management System. The situation has forced staff to fall back on manual folders, a process that has slowed down patient care. Relatives say the long hours spent waiting to see a doctor or access test results is unbearable. Others say even new folders are taking too long to process due to the manual entries. The National Health Insurance Authority has confirmed the disruption, assuring that the Ministry of Health and other stakeholders are working to restore the system and ease pressure on patients and health workers. Some aggrieved customers who spoke to Channel 1 News want an urgent remedy to the situation.
This whole system is becoming too much. I've been here since yesterday to take care of my niece. She's on admission right now. Anything we have to do is paper because the hospital management system is not working and it's been delaying us for quite so long. We plead that this system is resolved as soon as possible. Something that probably they will do for, let's say, a minute or two. It is now taking about 10 to 15 minutes where you have to be taking folders here and there, moving from department to department before we can be able to attend to it. So for me, I think if this problem can be resolved quickly so that we can go back to the normal way of doing things, because it is having a lot of toll on us as a patient relatives.
And since morning we've been here, and some of us we have to bring our mom to the hospital for that early checkup.
get back to work to attend to few things, but as it stands, we are still here. To plead with the authorities to find a remedy to the problem, at least anything that will fast track the process like it used to be before. We all know time is money, so when we come here, we don't expect to waste much time over here.
For now, patients and relatives here at the Whole Teaching Hospital can only hope for a resolution to the issue to ensure a smooth run of healthcare services here at the facility. Reporting for Channel 1 News from the Whole Teaching Hospital, my name is Desmond Salasiako.
Meanwhile, Health Minister Kwabena Mintah-Kando is expected to address the nationwide shutdown of the Lightwave Health Information Management System on Wednesday. The technical disruption has severely affected operations in several health facilities, leaving health workers unable to access patient records or perform routine administrative duties.
There is some current development about our electronic records of our patients in the country. It's been widely discussed, and for us in the Ministry of Health, we don't just come out to speak. When we tell you the problems, where we have inherited it from, we also tell you the solutions. And today, I wouldn't want to preempt what we'll be doing tomorrow. I can assure you tomorrow morning by 9 a.m., we'll gather all stakeholders. I will take you through from what we inherited at the ministry, what we are going through, and specifically what we are doing to fix the challenge. So His Excellency the President has decided that whether you are a subscriber to the National Health Insurance Scheme or not, at least for the primary health care, you must have it free of charge.
Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Govins-Agboja, has assured the public of the government's commitment to addressing the recent increase in road crashes. He made this known in an interview with Channel 1 News on the sidelines of an induction ceremony for newly admitted architects, where the architects were urged to use their skills in combating illegal mining. Channel 1 News' Samuel Akum was present and filed this report.
The Architects Registration Council on Tuesday, October 28, inducted a new batch of architects at a ceremony held in Accra. Delivering his address, Minister for Works and Housing Kenneth Gilbert Ejay urged the inductees to design sustainable solutions to help reclaim lands destroyed by illegal mining activities.
Your role is crucial. As architects, you need to work closely with engineers, environmental scientists, urban planners, and policymakers to rehabilitate degraded landscapes and craft structures that are both functional and beautiful, as well as regenerative and resilient to climate change. Your blueprints should showcase not only innovation, but also a sense of responsibility.
Registrar of the Architect Registration Council, Architect Dr. Emmanuel Eyaboche, in an interview with Channel 1 News, outlined the negative impact of illegal mining on Ghana's landscape and the architectural profession.
When you take, for instance, skilled labor, now it has become a major problem. When you leave the outskirts of Accra, there are so many places that you may not find skilled artisans because they've all left to do galamsey. All the lands that had been earmarked for housing development, now they have become pits because they have been destroyed by galamsey.
In a related development, Minister for Roads and Highways Kwame Govins-Agboja, speaking to Channel 1 News at the event, expressed concern about the recent surge in road crashes. He noted that government is taking urgent steps to improve road safety and called on motorists to exercise caution to help curb the carnage on the country's roads.
Any accident that takes a life or injure anybody and damage property is unfortunate and should not be countenanced. But we know that the data we have from National Road Safety Authority suggests that majority of accidents happen because of driver error. But I also know that government must take steps to improve the nature of our roads. Our conduct as road users, drivers and pedestrians must also improve to make sure we save lives.
It is therefore expected that the newly inducted architect will come up with a comprehensive plan to assist government in reclaiming lands that have been devastated by acts of illegal mining. Reporting for Channel One News, I am Samuel Akom.
Members of Parliament on the Public Accounts Committee have expressed deep concern over what they describe as reckless spending by the Electricity Company of Ghana. This comes after the Auditor General's report revealed that the company overspent its 2023 budget by more than 180 million cedis across 13 expenditure lines, all without board approval.
The Public Accounts Committee has resumed its public sittings to review the Auditor General's report. On Tuesday, officials from the Ministry of Energy and its agencies appeared before the committee. During the session, it was revealed that the Electricity Company of Ghana overspent on 13 budget line items, exceeding its approved expenditure by over 180 million cedis in 2023.
It's the way that you guys spend money at ECG. Another one, you said cleaning expenses. 2.8 million, that was your budget. But ECG spent 10.4. How many suits did you clean? Your budget was 3.1 million. And you spent 49 million. And you want to increase our tariffs. This shows financial indiscipline. Those managers who were involved, I'm recommending that they need to face the Attorney General for prosecution.
ECG's acting managing director, who assumed office after the expenditures were made, took responsibility for the financial irregularities. He assured the committee that new measures are being implemented to ensure prudent spending and stronger financial discipline at ECG.
We accept that we overstepped our boundaries. I think the most important thing is that we have put in place measures to control expenditure to make sure that we stay within the budget.
The Auditor General's report also revealed that ECG recorded a net exchange loss of more than 8 billion cedis in 2023. Committee Chairperson Abnor Siasari recommended that the company adopt hedging strategies to minimize future exchange rate losses caused by currency depreciation.
When you have some amount of money in your accounts and the rates are favorable, you can buy and hold till you are ready for payment. Because it's worrying that we see the 8.3 billion exchange rate loss. Irrespective of the shifts in this, you can still manage it in a way that I believe will help reduce it.
Meanwhile, ECG maintains that significant tariff adjustments are needed to enhance operational efficiency and ensure the sustainability of its services.
We accrue the cost of power purchase in our books. So that has been one of our biggest challenge. And thankfully, this year is a major tariff. We have presented our tariff proposal, which shows a pass-through cost or a full pass-through cost, so that whatever we purchase will pass through the tariff to customers. That way, we will be able to reduce our losses.
The minority in Parliament has warned against any form of revision of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, popularly known as the anti-LGBTQ bill. This comes in response to the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin's assertion that the reintroduced bill is undergoing a fine-tuning for smooth passage and implementation. Speaking on the floor of Parliament, the Member of Parliament for Damongo, Samuel Jinapo, says attempts to review the old legislation passed by the 8th Parliament justifies that it was not fit for purpose, hence the refusal of former President Akufo-Addo to assent to it.
In response to concerns by the Minority Caucus over the absence of the reintroduced LGBT bill on the order paper of Parliament a day after its reintroduction, the Speaker noted that it is undergoing some fine-tuning before it is reintroduced in the House.
Hold your peace. It will come sooner than later. Civil society is getting restless again, but I want to assure them that they know my passion in this matter, and I want to get it properly passed so that implementation becomes easier. There are a few things that our attention has been drawn to, which we work on together here, so that when we pass the bill, it's a bill that is accepted by all, and we will definitely obey the prescriptions of the bill.
Don't go and change the 8th Parliament bill. Don't go and water it down. Don't go and revise it and bring it to the 9th Parliament and have the President assent to it, assent to a bill which is not fit for purpose. We want the 8th Parliament bill for the 9th Parliament to consider. Verbatim, don't change it.
The Majority Leader, Mahama Ayariga, appealed to the Speaker to summon the former Executive Secretary to the former President, Nana Akufo-Addo, who had warned Parliament to cease and desist from transmitting the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, also known as the anti-LGBT bill, to the presidency for assent.
A secretary to the president writes a letter threatening the clerk that he should cease and desist every effort to present a bill duly passed by this House, and nothing has happened to him. This raises serious constitutional matters, and if the independence and autonomy and integrity of this Parliament is to be restored, action must be taken. He should be referred to Privileges Committee.
The assurance from the government is that President Mahama will not hesitate to sign the reintroduced Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill into law once it is passed by Parliament, although the assurance earlier was that President Mahama had wanted to have it reintroduced as a government-sponsored bill. Reporting for Channel 1 News from Parliament, Ni Ayukwe Okain.
Let's stay in Parliament because the minority there has described the Attorney General as incompetent, criticizing him for pronouncing suspects guilty before a fair trial. The caucus argues that the Attorney General's description of the former CEO of the National Food Buffer Stock and the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP as lawless looters engaged in criminal enterprise violates their constitutional rights. Joining us on Zoom is the legal counsel to the Minority Caucus and MP for Swami, John Darkon. He believes the Attorney General should be called to order. Many thanks for joining us, Honorable.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So you've described the Attorney General as incompetent. On what specific legal or constitutional grounds are you making this assertion?
Well, I mean, let's put that in perspective. The Attorney General had said that he wasn't an incompetent lawyer when he was in private practice, and he doesn't want to be called an incompetent Attorney General. So I just referenced that and I said to him that competent Attorney Generals don't prosecute their cases in the court of public opinion, and that they prosecute their cases in court. I mean, so if he believes that he's, as it were, pushing this case through the court of public opinion rather than the proper course of law, then yes, he can take that tag. But I don't outrightly call him an incompetent Attorney General.
How should the Attorney General have handled the matter differently, to avoid prejudicing the ongoing case?
Good point. And I think that if you go back to listen to the presser we had today, we gave some parameters. Look, I believe that the Attorney General, as a people's representative, well, one way or the other may want to brief the people of Ghana as to the ongoing cases he has in court. But you need to be very circumspect with the content of your statement. If the Attorney General, for instance, came to update us and told us that in the case of, for instance, Republic versus Chamawuntumi, the case we filed our charge sheet, the case is due for CMC. In the case of Republic versus Adubuahe, we finished our CMC. We have actually started our case. We finished our case. We are waiting for the accused person to open his defense. Say in the case of Hanan Abdul, we are done with our case. The accused person has also opened his defense. He's called 3 witnesses. We are waiting for the last witness. After that, the judge will give a ruling. That would be a fair presentation of issues happening in court. But when the Attorney General becomes sensational and calls people looters, and actually in some cases suggest the number of years they can spend in prison after conviction, and calls people criminal looters and all kinds of names and all kinds of sensationalism. Then it moves from just accounting to the people. It moves from just informing the people of Ghana about their ongoing cases to actually pronouncing the guilt of these people. In fact, I asked the question, and I ask you, as any Ghanaian who is listening to us right now, do you believe now that Chairman Wontumi is not guilty? Don't you believe in the guilt of Chairman Wontumi right now? Don't you believe that in the case of Hanan Wahab, he's guilty already? That is the narrative they put out there. In your view right now, Dubois has stolen all the millions of cities. In your view right now, Osesibe and Giftuawari are thieves. In your view right now, they have looted so much money. That is what the Attorney General is doing. That is what he seeks to do. And he's pushing this agenda out there. He's pushing this narrative out there to the extent that even in court, when their case is solid and they have to be discharged, a judge may even find it difficult to discharge them because the judge has also been influenced, pressure coming from even her friends onto this judge, that after these people, they must go today because from what we are hearing, they have stolen money. Meanwhile, that is not how you determine the guilt of an accused person. You determine that by listening to the side of the accused person. And we have said that, look, we believe that everybody must be accountable, especially those of us who serve in government. We must be accountable, but we have to be fair. And we stated Article 19, you asked me a question. Article 19, 2C of our Constitution, clearly, it states that you, as an accused person, you are not guilty until proven so, all right? And that you are innocent. But what is happening right now is that the Attorney General says that people are already guilty. And that is not how we run, our judicial system or how our jurisprudence is set up. Our jurisprudence is set up to protect the individual because you know why? When the Republic brings a case against an individual, it is the whole country. Look at the power of the country, the might of the country against one person. And so the court and the law requires that you prove your case against that one person beyond reasonable doubt. Okay? Just one individual. The whole state is bringing its power against this one person. So that person needs to be protected. And we need to let people of Ghana understand our constitution is created in such a way that the government is limited for the protection of the individual. Anything that doesn't protect the individual is aberrant to our constitution. And that is the point we are making. We believe that the Attorney General is wrong the way he's going about this process every day. This person has done that and giving all the evidence out as if the people of Ghana are the ones going to pronounce the guilt or innocence of these people. It is completely wrong. And especially as an Attorney General who is the head of the bar, when we lawyers go to court, we are told that cases that are sub judice, we are not supposed to be discussing them in the media. Right. And the Attorney General, who is supposed to hold the standards and the ethics of our profession, feels that it's okay now to throw this standard and ethics into the dustbin and go about destroy people's reputation. We believe that is wrong and he must be called to order.
Honorable John Darko, thank you so much for speaking to us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you and have a very good evening.
All right, let's move on to some other stories now. The Ghana Air Traffic Safety Electronics Association has announced an indefinite nationwide strike effective 30th October 2025, citing long-standing grievances over poor welfare conditions and management inaction at the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. In a statement signed by its president, David Annan-Mensah, the association said its members' patience had completely run out after years of petitions and failed engagements with GCAA management over inequitable job placements, unfair salary administration, and unresolved welfare issues dating back more than 15 years. The association accused the Director of Human Resource, Ebenezer Sego, of presiding over persistent mismanagement that has eroded confidence in his office and demanded his immediate removal alongside a comprehensive review of all unresolved matters. The family of Nana Kunedu Agyemang Rawlings has announced that the one-week observance of the late former First Lady will be on Thursday, October 30, 2025. The announcement was made during a visit by President Mahama, who eulogized the late Nana Kunedu Agyemang Rawlings for her lifelong dedication to women's empowerment. President Mahama also reaffirmed the government's commitment to honoring her memory with a befitting state burial. Channel 1 News' Fauzu Masauda reports from the Rawlings' residence.
President John Dramani Mahama, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin, the Military High Command and other government officials were among a tall list of dignitaries who visited the home of the late former First Lady on Tuesday to commiserate with the bereaved family. The family announced to the gathering that a one-week observance has been scheduled for Thursday, October 30, 2025. In its remarks, the President eulogized Nana Kunedu Agyemang Rawlings for her outstanding commitment to women's empowerment and social development throughout her lifetime. He further reiterated that the late First Lady will be accorded a state funeral in honor of her service to the nation.
Nana Kunedu set a record in this country. It's the longest serving First Lady, 19 solid years. And during the 19 years, she took us around their focus. We're waiting for the family to meet and tell us what their desires. But I just want to announce as President, we shall do the state funeral.
The late First Lady's eldest child and Member of Parliament for Klotikoli, Dr. Zaneto Agyemang Rawlings, expressed her gratitude to the President for his support during the family's time of grief.
It's a difficult time, but the outpouring of love and the show of support, and even on the day, your immediate response was so encouraging, and it made us realize that it's not just a case of our mother has passed, but the recognition of who she was to everybody.
Founder of the Salt and Light Ministries, Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi, who served in various ministerial positions under previous administrations, urged young leaders to be inspired by Nana Kunedu's courage and principles.
One of the first things that every woman who wants to be a leader, no matter where, is to remember that it takes courage to hold on to the things you believe in. You know, too many of us give up. But once you firmly believe in something, you need the courage of your convictions. And if there's anything she did, she held on to her courage. And she held on to the convictions she believed in.
While the President deservedly announces a state funeral for the country's longest-serving First Lady, Nana Kunedu Agyemang Rawlings, many have called for a deliberate effort in protecting her legacies. Reporting for Channel 1 News from the Rawlings residence in Accra, I am Fauzu Masaudu.
You're still watching the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Bank of Ghana commits to maintaining exchange rate stability and consolidating recent macroeconomic gains. We have the details shortly. Do stay.
Mommy, good morning.
Hello. Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension, just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God down for boom. If you put it so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey.
Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, a simple direction. Mr. Goodluck no check me well.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic!
And he followed the prompts. Yes, and then boom, confirmation test.
I'm quick. Pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, do you have family payment? Before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
This November, something amazing is coming to Accra. Are you a farmer with fresh produce? Are you into fish farming, poultry or livestock? Then get ready for the November edition of the Agrifair 2025. Yes, Agrifair 2025. It's happening on Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November. It's happening at the 8 for Southern Children's Park and it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. It's the ultimate weekend marketplace. From fruits and vegetables to poultry, livestock and fish to agro-inputs and processing machinery. All at unbeatable farm gate prices. Whether you're selling or buying, this is your chance to connect, trade and grow. Enjoy the freshest farm produce, sizzling kebabs, and a vibrant marketplace atmosphere all in one space. Register now and secure your spot. Call 0558-973-973 for more information. Agrifair 2025, where culture meets innovation. The Agrifair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM.
I just want to hear. Welcome to season 2 of Play by Ear. Make some noise! This is the only show. All you need is your ear to win some cash. When I say play by ear, what you say?
You're welcome back. Next is Channel 1 Business with Neteli Nete Ajaho.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Natalie, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. What's coming up in business?
We are still celebrating the cedi at 60, and the Bank of Ghana is assuring us that it's going to maintain the gains that we have achieved so far.
Give us the details.
Okay. Now, the Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Esiamo has reaffirmed the central bank's commitment to maintaining exchange rate stability and consolidating recent macroeconomic gains. His remarks come as the Ghana cedi continues a strong rally, appreciating by 37% against the US dollar as of October 17, 2025, a performance credited to renewed market confidence and disciplined monetary management. Here is more.
Introduced on July 19, 1965, the Ghana cedi has reflected the nation's economic journey through cycles of challenges and recoveries. After 2 years of sharp depreciation and rising inflation, the currency has made a strong comeback in 2025, driven by policy discipline and renewed investor confidence, among others. At a cedi at 60 launch in Accra, Dr. Johnson Esiamo reaffirmed the central bank's commitment to sustaining price and exchange rate stability to protect recent gains.
The cedi has appreciated by 37% as at October 17. And according to the World Bank, it is the best performing currency in sub-Saharan Africa for the first 8 months of 2025. Our gross international reserves are currently around $12 billion US, which is providing a robust cushion against external volatility and restoring our investor confidence. So these gains are not by accident. They are the result of hard, sometimes unpopular, but principled decisions that we've had to take. Fiscal consolidation by government, a tight monetary policy stance by the Bank of Ghana, and renewed confidence from the investor community and the Ghanaian public.
Finance Minister Dr. Kasiala Tuforsen cautioned against the growing trend of pricing goods and services in foreign currencies.
We must all be vanguard, and we have to ensure that we are all vanguard by ensuring that the cedi's value is maintained. We must be eschewing the act that seeks to undermine the value of the currency, particularly the pricing of goods and services in foreign currency, the US dollar. Let me use this opportunity to once again stress that as Ghanaians, the Ghana cedi remains the only legal tender. The US dollar is not our currency. The cedi is our only currency.
Delivering the keynote, Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman cautioned that preserving these gains requires continued fiscal discipline and strong institutional independence.
Confidence is returning to the markets, to investors, and slowly but surely to our people. But we are also aware that the trust in the cedi will not sustain itself. Confidence must be maintained with sound decisions, transparent actions, and accountable policies. What I mean, ladies and gentlemen, is that we must now protect what we have rebuilt through action from government, institutions, and citizens.
As the cedi at 60 celebration sets the tone for renewed confidence in the local currency, the challenge now lies in ensuring that stability is sustained and dollarization is reduced. For Channel 1 Business, I am Nete Ajahu.
Now let's bring you an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. Now, the government is facing growing pressure to lift the current ban on grain exports as the country grapples with a food glut. Stakeholders in the agricultural sector say removing the restriction will benefit everyone along the value chain, especially farmers. Channel 1 News' Daniel Sakiti has more in this report.
The Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana made a call on the sidelines of the 7th edition of Agri-Food and Plus Prince Park Ghana 2025. Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber, Anthony Morrison, said easing export restrictions would boost agricultural trade and open up new market opportunities for farmers.
There is a restriction order and export ban on grains across board that has been enforced since 2024. What the Chamber wants to propose to the government is to find a way to remove the export ban as a result of the glut. The same restriction is giving the industry a problem. So what do? Remove the restriction, which is the ban, allow people who have export to export. So what government can do is that they put a quota on the amount of rice to be imported every year. Then they put a quota on the amount of soya that we will export. The amount of the quota on the amount of rice or maize also that we will export. What it does have is that give us the room and the allowance to move around.
Trade Councillor with the delegation of the European Union to Ghana, Gregor Schneider, on his part, also urged industry players to safeguard their innovations through patent protection. Organized by Fair Trade Mess in partnership with ACE Group and GeoVision, the 7th edition of Agri-Food and Plus Prince Park Ghana 2025 brought together global industry leaders, innovators and policymakers driving the future of agribusiness, food processing, plastics and packaging in West Africa. Meanwhile, some exhibitors have also been speaking to the media.
So we are happy with what you are seeing, and we can only hope for more initiatives and then more support for Ghanaian companies in terms of taxes, in terms of support, subsidies, to be able to keep growing.
And that's all for Channel 1 Business. I am Netili Ajahu. Back to you,
Thank you, Netili. Let's do some other stories now. The once pristine Subin River, a vital water source along the Kumasi Central Market, is now choked with plastic and filth. Traders who turn a blind eye to this environmental tragedy sell items including food very close to the flies-infested filth amid a nauseating stench. This poses serious health risks to the community as access to clean water dwindles and waterborne diseases rise. Channel 1 News' Bureau Chief for the Middle Belt, Hafiz Tijani, assesses the situation and reports.
At this open space at the Kumasi Central Market, these women sit close to a drain engulfed with filth. First-timers to this section of the market are welcomed with a stench, but these traders, although fullest aware of the health implications, they are more interested in their trade, defy the health implications to sell their wares.
Kankane dia sopa no bi kaye ahokyere wa ma onsoso no mambedi die tineje ye sole a ni abetinam to da kra ba hase na wontimi ntina
sese how the blend sesebu to bi a wote hase na etuba na ebon enso je yenya baabi ntinanti yetenam saa.
Despite efforts by city authorities to clear the choked drain in commemoration of the National Sanitation Day exercise, the place has been filled up again. The traders blame the situation on the dumping of refuse into drains by residents in nearby communities.
Bola no store and me banegu nanim na nkwa pra nso ni mfa entra
nsuo to a efi eso alaba so ebuba saa na begugo tan anti ha omutimi yi timi epepla ha nyina ne yi efi nso se nsuo to a efi ni ba bebre na begugo tan.
Drivers at the nearby lorry terminal also accused the traders of worsening the sanitation situation.
Wabana, you ma available and so, say, and you ma, and your mana, at this mana, make a ball and you have,
Visitors to this market express worry about the sanitation situation.
If the place is unhealthy, you would think that, oh, this is not my house, but you are sitting here, you eat here, you sell, and then everything. It affects our health indirectly or directly.
The Sanitation and Environmental Department of the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly says it is stepping up engagements with traders and will soon deploy a task force to arrest offenders.
The court. But what we want to do is that we want to use the leaders to help us monitor that stretch, because we are not always there. And so when we are able to engage them well and we make them understand that this is what we want to do, and so their own people will police for us. Additionally, we are putting in place some task force to go around and then periodically monitor some of these things.
Meanwhile, Kumasi Mayor Richard Ofori Ajiman Wedi is lamenting how funds meant for the construction of critical infrastructure are being channeled to tackling sanitation issues within the metropolis.
It affects our ability to provide essential municipal and metropolitan services that Kumasi so much needs. Currently, all our 14 second cycle institutions are in need of emergency infrastructure, but we have spent virtually all our resources on waste management. So the field that has to be done, we have to run to Accra.
Now, traders and drivers here are trading blames among each other on who is causing the filth here. But whatever be the case, authorities must step up efforts to ensure the bylaws on sanitation works. Hafiz Tijani, Channel 1 News, Kumasi Central Market, Ashanti Region.
Former national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Paul Afoko, has officially declared his intention to contest the party's national chairmanship position in the upcoming national officers election. Paul Afoko says he wants to rebuild the NPP and make it a strong party. Channel 1 News' Samir Yafe has more.
Paul Afoko's announcement to stage a comeback for the position he once occupied has come as a surprise to many. Paul Afoko, who was suspended in the year 2015 after winning the chairmanship position in the year 2014 in the Tamale Congress, says in a statement that after extensive reflection and encouragement from many well-meaning Ghanaians, members of the NPP, supporters and stakeholders of the party, he was honored to formally announce his intention to contest for the position of national chairman in the upcoming elections of national officers. He says the decision was motivated by a desire to return the NPP to its founding values and democratic principles. Mr. Afoko reaffirmed his loyalty to the NPP despite past challenges and says his focus remains on rebuilding and strengthening the New Patriotic Party. He adds that in the coming weeks, he will engage party supporters and party faithfuls as well as the media to outline his vision and leadership plans for the New Patriotic Party.
Armed national security officers and police stormed Panbros Salt Industries Limited to assist in the seizure of a portion of the company's salt pans. The land in dispute is reportedly being claimed by a Chinese investor who intends to convert the area into a real estate development. The contested portion of the salt pans is located within the Wajaramsa site, a government-protected wetland area, raising concerns over environmental preservation and possible flooding when it rains. Correspondent Akosiado has more.
Last week, a similar situation occurred when a Chinese national stormed the premises of Panbros Salt Industries Limited under police and national security escort, attempting to excavate two of the company's salt pans for the construction of a fence wall. It took the intervention of immigration officers from the Wager Division to de-escalate the tensions as workers of the salt-producing company mounted a vehement resistance. Though the matter remains pending before court, Robert Tanway, who also owns the Empire Cement Factory, stormed the salt mines with heavily armed officers from the Special Weapons and Tactics SWAT unit of the Ghana Police Service and national security officers to take possession of the 100-acre land under contention. This created a tense atmosphere, bringing to a halt the company's daily operations.
Order from headquarters. It was police for SWAT, for police for, and and national security for, and land guard for. No more so many a baby. This say I'm sure you said you will say well, by someone who works with Bear, you know, coffee. Your coffee, Jenny Biddy.
Workers of the salt mine say their livelihoods are at stake, as several salt pans have already been covered with laterite and 2 more on the verge of being destroyed.
He has brought his men, about 30 langars, to come and intimidate the workers. Nothing is going on, and he wants to destroy the plant. We have pipes underground and so many other things.
Communities such as Tetegu, Mens Krom, Wiaboman, and several others are already suffering from minimal floods. Residents fear further development within the Densu Delta Ramsar site may lead to even more devastating flooding.
Currently, because of the Empire Cement building, part of the refinery is always flooded when it rains heavily. The community has Menscope. People's homes are submerged when it rains because that area, which is a vast land, also used to collect rainwater. But because of the building there, when it rains heavily, the whole area is flooded.
So, of course, ourselves are trying as much as possible to go in line with the government to make sure people don't erect structures on the waterway.
Meanwhile, traditional leaders of Waja have denied selling any land to the Chinese national. Sarikin Abubakar Sadiq, a representative who spoke on behalf of the traditional authorities, said he has only been delegated to ensure that the events do not turn fatal.
Lafa or Waja or Jamestown haven't sold any land to anybody. We are in courts. You know, we're supposed to even sack the Chinese. But because they are rule of law, the man came in with document, oh fine, we don't believe in that document though. That's why we are in court contesting.
For the Channel 1 Newsroom, I am Akwesi Yado, Waja.
Paul Adum Ochre, former Ghana Airports Company board chairman, has filed a lawsuit against the Office of the Special Prosecutor, challenging a directive requiring him to declare his properties and income. According to the court documents, Adum Ochre is seeking judicial review, arguing that the directive issued on August 4, 2025 by the Special Prosecutor is unlawful and amounts to an abuse of power. He is requesting the courts to quash the directive on the grounds that it violates the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, Act 959, and its associated regulations. The lawsuit also contends that the threats of legal consequences, property confiscation and detention issued following the directive constitute harassment and violate Adum Ochre's fundamental human rights. This is still the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Ghana's Black Queens secured their place in the 2026 Women's AFCON after beating Egypt 4-0 in Accra. We have the details shortly. Do stay.
You are welcome to two of Ghana's finest addresses, Willow Lane and Alphabet City, located at Sakomon. Alphabet City is a premier gated community with 24/7 security. Willow Lane, where luxury meets comfort, spacious 4-bedroom homes with walk-in closet, elevators and gourmet kitchens. Two lifestyles, one trusted developer at Waylead. Our buildings are ready for you to move in right now. So visit waylead.org or call 0240-111119 to book a private tour today. Waylead, your trusted home builder.
Making and selling.
in Africa too hard? Not anymore.
Afro-quality. Buy African, build Africa.
Hey, Ghana. So you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Obey you later.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, a simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me way.
Yeah, man. Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, do you have family payment? Before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
I just want to hear. Welcome to season 2 of Play by Ear. Make some noise! This is the only show all you need is your ear to win some cash.
When I
say play by ear, what you say?
You're welcome back. Next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekuachi. What's up in sports, Abeku?
Let's get into it, shall we? Great. Now, Ghana's national women's football team, the Black Queens of Ghana, have qualified to the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations after beating the Cleopatra Queens by 4-0 at the Accra Sports Stadium in a game that was dominated by reported threats, by the team to boycott the game over unpaid bonuses. However, a resolution was reached between the Black Queens and the Ministry for Sports and Recreation, for the team to honor the game. My colleague Yahweh J. Minta was at the Accra Sports Stadium and put together this.
A hat-trick of goals from striker Doris Bwedua powered the Ghana Black Queens to a 4-0 win over Egypt in the second leg of their final round of qualifiers for the 2026 CAF Women's AFCON, which will be staged in Morocco. The Queens recorded a 3-0 win in the first leg to qualify to next year's AFCON with a resounding 7-0 win on aggregate. Speaking after the game, head coach of the Black Queens, Kim Lars Bjorgren, was happy for the wins in both games against Egypt he described as important.
So extremely proud of the girls, how we are winning both of the games. Today we are maybe a little bit slow in the first half, but the second half on the other side it's extremely good. So happy and proud.
On her part, German-born defender Josephine Bonsu talked about her experience playing in front of Ghana fans for the first time.
It's always a dream when you start playing football. It's a dream to play for the national team, and I'm just giving back to my father with playing for the national team. And now in this period of time, like for this 4-5 months I've been here, it's been crazy. I don't know how fast it moved, but now we're going to the second AFCON and maybe for the World Cup.
Should they be able to qualify, this will be the first time Ghana will be able to participate at the Women's World Cup since 2007. And by booking a place to the Women's AFCON next year, they get the chance to move a step closer to securing qualification to that elusive championship participation. Reporting from the Accra Sports Stadium for Channel 1 News, my name is Yao Ej Minta.
Well, that's the very latest on the world of sport, and I am Bernard Abeku. That's your sports alone.
Thank you very much, Abeku, and that's how we end today's